Well, no, that's weird, man. It's not like some reason it doesn't like me.
Hi, I think we're live. Hi, we're live. Hello. Welcome to another live episode of Comic Talk with Pope and JP, or JP and Pope, however you want to say it. All about comics. Pope Grimy.
All about
What's
comics.
up? What's shaking? What's shaking, good people?
Yeah,
And just to be clear, Pope is first.
yeah. And if I don't comment in the comments, it's because for some reason, my screen doesn't want me to do comments.
That's weird. I haven't restricted you in any capacity, so,
Are you restricting me?
and your comment so everyone knows right across my chest, Pope is first. Well, what's been cooking, man? What's going on in the life and times of Pope Grimy?
The life and times of Pope Grammy. Well, I've been really busy because for those of you who don't know, I work at a theater, so I build sets, and we're about to do a production. So I am been busting my ass building a set, but we got it done. I think all we have to do is some painting, and we're going to be ready to roll. Uh, but other than that, I bought some hockey cards and got a couple of good signatures and one horrible one in my opinion. But the player I hate the most, I got his signature. And
That's
I was
so funny.
telling
Like,
Jake off the air that oh, there it is. That meme. I bought a box of the Upper Deck MVPs, and like she was helping me open packs, and she was going through it, and she was like, "Oh, Shea Weber." She was like, "This is the guy you don't like, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can't stand Shea Weber." I was like, "He's a dick," and she laughed, and 2 packs later, she pulled this, a signed Shea Weber card.
yeah, the glare kind of took away from the signature, but
Yeah, it was funny the way she said it. She's like, "Oh, I pulled a signature," and she's like, "But you're not gonna like it."
that's so funny. Like, what are the chances of like pulling someone you absolutely hate? You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to have your favorite player, but then to pull someone that you absolutely despise is got to be up there with the odds of that happening are pretty slim. But funny nonetheless. I mean, I was telling you about my friend who hates Tom Wilson, so I can only pray I can get a Tom Wilson autograph for him someday.
That would be all, dude. If I ever pull a Tom Wilson autograph, like it's going straight to you.
Hey, you're first again.
Yeah, I had to get on the phone and do it.
Oh, that's what it was, huh?
I'm just gonna make it official, I guess. Put that stamp on there. I
Yeah.
haven't forgot about you, obviously, and I haven't forgot about Hazel Day, and I still have some stuff to send you guys. Uh, I know I'm a procrastinator, but since
Hey,
I'm done building the set, I think I'll have some free time. So
that's good. Free time
like
is
go
nice.
to work and just kind of be like, oh, you need me to touch up a little paint here and there? Like, okay. And that's all I do. And I don't even do it. I have students that do it. So I just point, like, I need you to touch that up. Uh,
Well, that's what makes you the. Speaking of Hazel Dan, live in the chat.
Very live in the chat. So technically Hazel Dan's first. So
Well, I guess I was there and I saw with my own eyes who was first.
yeah, we know the truth.
How are y'all doing tonight? Living La Vida Loca?
The Locas.
Oh
Don't
man,
just get one Loca, get all of them.
I had some exciting news this week. I'm finally officially legal. It was really a big step for me. I have been driving illegally for a couple of years now, and I finally got a Texas driver license.
I was wondering where we were going with that. I was like,
Well, I tell you, with COVID, when COVID shut everything down, and then my license expired, right? And you have so many days, but they just there was no openings,
I
like
got you.
so. I went to 3 different appointments, and they kept finding something wrong, and then they couldn't give me my license. So then it got so bad that and so far expired that I had to redo everything. I had to take the driver's test. I had to do the driving test with someone this week, and
Oh no,
yeah,
that's the
straight up
worst.
everything. 16-year-old me was quivering in my boots, just thinking, "Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh no." And the guy told me proudly, "You're a boring driver." I said, "Yes, sir."
Driving like this and like flipping the bird out the window.
Oh man, that was so crazy. But yeah, I got a Texas license now, and I'm good to go, and I can, actually go to my bank now, and they'll honor anything I.
I thought you were gonna say some crazy shit like I finally passed the bar. So now, look
Oh man, that'd be
at all those
sweet.
people that you like went to court for. Were like, you're not a lawyer,
Oh, that'd be so
kind of.
funny. I printed this printed this certificate off online.
Yeah. Can you
I've
do
been
this surgery, Mr. Pope?
I've
I've
been
watched
practicing
House.
law.
I drink and like the Who. I have a pimp walk.
But no, otherwise, just been working, and the kids had spring break last week, as you know, and I couldn't get anything accomplished during that mess. Whew.
Oh no, just chaos.
Oh my gosh, every day, so many kids. But I survived it. Didn't get any kind of drinking or drug problem, so that was good.
Right? That's always good.
I came out clean. That was a big deal.
Came out the other sides with your license.
Yeah, came out with the driver's license. But yeah, I mean, as far as the comic front goes, I mean, I see that Peggy Carter is a big deal again, and people have been talking about that. I don't know if you're into all the spec stuff.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Like some of it I am, but like a lot of it I'm not. Like the only time like I like a spec if it's something that I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
for sure, for sure. Like I don't
like
mind
if
going
someone
heavy
tells me
on.
like the Wolverine's like he can't stop having clones and kids. So when he like the first
Yeah,
appearance of his daughter, I was like, yeah, I'm on board.
he's the JP of the comic book world.
Yep.
Yep, that's
We
how
just
it
gotta
goes.
get puff out those sideburns a little bit. Just take a comb and push them
I,
out.
I probably could.
I believe in you.
Yeah, just cut right here, I guess. No. Anyways, I don't know about having any clones, but I got plenty of kids.
Start calling people bub all the time.
Hey, bub.
Hey bub.
Actually, that's what my dad calls me. So we're
There you go. There you go. We
yeah,
found the niche. It's
it
right
is
there.
indeed. I Yeah, Bub. That's been my name my whole life
Yep.
with my
But
with my father.
as far as comics goes, I've got a stack. The
Holy
show.
crap! You weren't kidding.
I ordered uh, some variants that won't be shipping till later because I know you guys have to be dealing with the same crap with, I guess, all the delays in like comic books and shit. I don't know why there's a big surge. I guess we can blame Russia for that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can blame Russia for anything. Apparently, that's the.
Yeah, I stubbed my toe yesterday, and I was like,
Putin.
started yelling at my Pavel Datsuk jersey. I love you, and I hate you.
Yeah, your fault, you cockeyed son of a.
But goddamn it, you can handle a puck, bub.
Absolutely. Niet, niet.
So yeah, so and I also backed a Kickstarter that finally I guess they just started shipping now. Uh, but apparently, like I don't know, if you guys do Kickstarter or not. I know JP does
Oh
every once
yeah.
in a while. But like, have they had like paper shortages like in recent Kickstarters?
Not that I've heard. I mean, I just got confirmation today from that Murder Die Senpai that they're shipping from Canada. So um,
Huh? Sweet deal.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if other people, but I've seen it with like I've had so many weird things. Like I got pissed off. I think I actually talked about this on our last show. That's how long this has been going on because we haven't done a show in 3 weeks. So I'll just say 616 Comics. Not sure if you're familiar with them.
We're going on record with this.
Yeah, I don't care. They told me that because I had ordered the Suzuka Miya Red Sonia. I told
Uh-huh.
you I ordered the set, the black and
Yeah.
white, and the two Virgin covers. Well, it was supposed to ship in what January, right? January 28th,
Yeah.
I believe was maybe the first week of February, whatever it was. Never got it, never got it, never got it. So I sent him an email about a month ago. I said, "Hey, what's up with this? When's this shipping?" And he's like, "Well, you're not going to believe this, but Diamond lost our pallet of comics from that whole week." I'm like, "They lost your pallet of comics from the whole week," and
You're like, right. I don't believe you.
I'm like, "Okay, well, that's whatever." But he's we expect to have them by the end of the week. They lost your pallet, but you expect to get it. Okay, that's cool. Well, finally today, I back out to him and said, "Look, either give me a refund or whatever." I wasn't rude or anything because I don't play that game, but um, I'm just like, so they ended up giving me a refund and with the comment of, "We still never got our pallet from Diamond, and they can't tell us where it's at, so I don't expect that we're going to get it. So here's a refund." I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how do you lose a pallet?
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and say it. Like, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been in warehouse business for years, and I know stuff gets lost, but it's a pallet, man. It's
Unless a whole bunch of
somewhere.
nerds like us, like put on ninja masks and like, here comes the shipment for the 616. Let's rob that mother.
Right?
There's a whole bunch of like geeks like riding, like pushing a big ass cart down the hill.
That's crazy. I really
Quick,
don't.
take it to the treehouse.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of where I was going with that, really, but just I guess because of the whole shortage thing made me think of them losing a pallet. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I said, I've supported plenty of Kickstarters, and no one has messaged me and said, "Hey, we don't have any paper, so what's up?" So were you running into it on Kickstarter? Is that what triggered it for you?
I mean, I'm not mad. I was just wondering because like they just had a delay. Uh, I guess with their printers, and they said there was a shortage of paper that this printer, it was I guess out of their hands. It was just like,
Well, I mean, it's a thing in the cardboard world as far as cards. I mean, so we're talking about cards. Pokemon had a shortage of printers. I mean, there are lots of printing issues. Magic had the same thing. They just had another company had to raise their prices because of the cost of trying to get stuff printed because they can't use their normal printers because they're so backed out. Up in Dallas is where Pokemon prints some of their stuff for the USA stuff. There's a printer up there, but I mean, they're printing other things than just cards. So whoever contract they're with that they're making, it's just crazy.
I ever wonder if like they're sitting up there and they're like while they're printing these these like especially like the rares, it's like hologram Charizard for me, hologram Charizard for a random person. One for you, 1, 2 for me.
Oh, I'm sure they got some crazy security on that stuff
Oh
there
yeah.
for real. Yeah, that would be someday you'll see some guy just open up his garage and everyone's rare collectibles are just sitting there because he printed it off everything for himself.
And a pallet for 616.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I'm pretty stoked about that Kickstarter comic though. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty stoked. Just I love that artwork because, as you know, I'm a sucker for anime.
Oh, me too. I love it. Well, you
So
want to show off some books?
we sure can. If you got something you
Do it.
want to show off, like I said, I got a couple books I can show off, but not too many. I haven't got. I had to email Frankie's Comics, so I guess I'll throw everyone under the bus tonight. They they got
Not
two.
Frankie's.
They got two orders that are from January that still haven't shipped yet.
Good God.
And I'm like, messaged them again yesterday and said, "Can I please get an update on these orders?" Because she told me it was going to be mailed out that week,
Uh-huh.
3 weeks ago. And same lady messaged me back and said it'll be shipped by the end of the week. I'm like, it's freaking Thursday. Like, tomorrow? Like, are you
Yeah,
telling me it's going to ship tomorrow? Like,
like when I get off
which
this
week?
phone with you, you're gonna go like.
Which week are we talking about? By the end of which week is what I should have said. But anyways, there's two separate orders there I've been waiting on. So that's the problem with not having an LCS. I don't have any place to go really pick up. They basically, the LCS more or less told me they only order what people order from their pull box. They don't order much for the shelf, like maybe one or two copies.
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, that's their business, whatever. I'm not, they know their business, not me. So
Oh
if
yeah, I got you.
they're more of a gaming store, like Warhammer and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Um, but whatever, it don't matter to me. I just would like to be able to have some options, and the occasional dig for books is fun, but
Yeah.
there's no place to dig. I
I
guess I could start burying some books in the backyard.
I'd be like, oh, I stumbled across this what do you call it, a dirt bin?
Man. But yeah, you can show off some books because, like I said, I only got a couple, so it ain't gonna take me long to show off anything. But I did. I don't know. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. I ain't got nothing. Unless you want to talk about Weiss trading cards, then I got some stuff to show.
All right, hey, we can talk about it. Well, this first book is Devil Reigns 2 of 6. It's the second printing, but I just really love this cover. I don't know anything about the story. I just really like the cover. That's what that was obviously a cover by. Got the Electra Black, White, and Blood. Got the Adam Hughes cover.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
And I also picked up the John Boy Mayer cover, which I actually like better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, John Boy does some pretty cool stuff. He's a nice guy too. If you ever get a chance to talk with him.
Yeah, I haven't. He's somebody I want to meet, but I haven't had a chance to. And I thought this was really cool. They released like a special edition of Heathen #1, and but what's really nice about it, it's got like a foil, kind of like only certain parts are foiled. I don't know if I can get it to do its magic, but
Oh yeah. See, it's got that frame around it, like a picture frame almost,
yeah,
like a gold foil.
but
It's
yeah, it also wraps around to
foil.
the back too, and it's really cool.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I know you love that series. I love that series too, but I know you especially love that series.
Oh yeah, I went after like every damn cover I can go. And then I picked this up. This is the Red Sonia Volume 9. And this is the Jimmy Braxton Virgin cover.
Oh, I never heard of him or
He's
her.
been doing some like really cool kind of like this kind of like I don't know, I call it like 60s uh almost Hanna-Barbera kind of style.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I can totally see that.
Um I picked up Vampirilla Unholy Dracula issue 3 Rose Besh, and I could thank JP for turning me on to Rose Besh,
Rose Besh.
a very awesome artist. I dig her work. And then I picked up the Adam Hughes cover, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh, that was nice. What does it say?
Do you mind?
Do you mind?
She's trying to use his cape as a blanket.
Yeah, that's funny. Is that Vampirilla? I don't know much about that series, so
I haven't even read it. I've just been grabbing covers. And this is who did this one? I think this is a Jimmy Broxton cover as well. But they did like the old school, like
yeah,
I
I
guess
know.
you can either go Archie or the old like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then you guys know that I love my villains, and Darkseid is one of my favorites. So I picked up the Justice League Incarnate #5.
You got a big light shining. There you go. Perfect.
And then I picked up the Death of Doctor Strange Bloodstone #1, the second printing.
Yeah, I picked up 5 copies of those.
I don't
Just
know.
to
I just
have.
like these, like the character sketch
Well,
thing.
and I don't normally like that, but I really liked that one. And being that it's her first cover appearance and her first appearance in the comics, I wish they wouldn't have used that same art for second print, but I have 2 copies of the first print as well, so I kind of went heavy on that character, and for me, and just because I think down the road, I think all the Bloodstones are going to be something. Yeah,
Well, I think they should be, because I like like dark, mysterious stuff, and I like like I want a character in Marvel that's like Constantine level.
yeah, yeah. I know, like dark and gritty, and but also not a villain, right? Like
Yeah,
kind of,
like this lives in the gray area.
you know, Deadpool could have been that, but then they tried to, they made everything a comedy.
Yeah.
Everything had to be funny with him because he couldn't be dark, gritty, sadistic. But let's be funny. You gotta have a twist. It's cute, right? He's chopping people's heads off, but he's laughing.
Because it's funny.
It's funny. But yeah, I know what you mean. I like Blade. Blade's that character doesn't get any kind of. I can't tell you the last time people talked about Blade. Like those movies. That character is badass. I mean, that's really where Marvel started. The movie trend was the Blade movie, but whatever. No one wants to talk about that.
Well, I mean, he is coming back pretty big because the speculators out there, but
Yeah, I mean, I know the first appearance, the Tomb of Dracula stuff is really expensive. I was looking at one of those on my secret want list, and I was like,
nah.
yeah, keep wanting there, buddy. Keep wanting.
It's like I was telling you about that Baroness cover I was after. I was like, no thanks.
Well, it's just some of those books are, and people can throw ridiculous prices on there because there are none out there.
Yeah.
You just don't, and those people are probably more or less using that eBay listing to show off, knowing that no one
Oh
is
yeah,
really
because
gonna.
I wish I had it in front of me because like the way they worded it was like, it's the only one, haha.
Yeah. Good luck finding this,
Yeah.
sucker. Maybe you can have mine for 3,000.
For $3,000, you can have this. Like, no, I'm good. I'll just buy a print of it. Like, I'm not gonna read the motherfucker. I just want the cover.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like the problem when you're collecting, when you're a cover collector, we kind of get roped into some crazy stuff. like just because it's or even character collecting as far as that goes. Like I don't necessarily read every comic book that I buy, but if I have an affinity for a character like Elsa Bloodstone or Erica Slaughter, you know, I just dig the characters, because I've read them in the past, so I know I have that relationship, if you will, with the character. It's already established. Like your love for Wolverine didn't come from a cover. And maybe it did, but you read Wolverine comics.
The first book I read like it was an interesting cover, but like it was a weird. Like I bought it like I was a little runt, and we were like on a road trip, and I probably told this story 100 times. So I'm sorry, you guys have to listen to it again, but I don't care.
Never be sorry.
You don't like my stories? Yeah, get the finger.
And it's nice and clear with that shiny new camera.
I know, right? There's no mistaking it. But I bought like a pack at a Walmart, and it was like where they used to have like I don't know for you guys, but they used to have the comics over there by the toys and figurines and shit.
Mm.
There wasn't like a special section up front or anything like that, and it was just like it was like just some comics in like a plastic bag. It's like $3 or whatever.
Yep.
And what was weird, what was in that bag was the Todd McFarlane Batman cover. I can't remember what number it was, but they montaged it 100 times of him wrapping that girl around.
Yeah, with the cape, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was it was like Wolverine number like 24 or something like that, but it was like it just had Wolverine standing on like top of a car with his blades popped out, and he had like bullet holes in them and shit. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, and the story like wasn't even like it was one of the like when comics used to have side stories instead of like being in all these fucking crossovers. It's where you're like, I have Wolverine 1 through this, but they're all like, you know. I liked it when comic books like you could just buy Wolverine and like you would tell the whole story in the next issue, and then they could have an issue where they just like Wolverine takes a vacation or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they would start the next arc or next story they had. But like the story was about a kid, like it was one of those don't play with guns type thing. And this like kid had a gun, and then he tried to be a badass, and he started shooting at Wolverine and something along those lines. And that was the first Wolverine book I ever read. And I was like, this guy's interesting, and that led into he's involved in a team, the X-Men, and then and then from there I went to a comic book shop. My eyes got huge, and I just started getting interested in everything.
And then you realize that don't follow Wolverine's parental advice.
Yeah. But I guess if you live like that long,
Fair enough. You're bound to.
They wanted his shit so bad they just started cloning his ass. They're like,
Yeah.
I wonder what Wolverine as a female would be like.
Badass.
Yep. Badassery is right.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you showing off books there. I went on a tangent and got you on a side.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. That's how I know I'm getting older. Like, if something distracts me, I'll just start rambling off about, like, I was outside, like, rocking in my rocking chair, and I saw the car go by. I told them to turn their music down.
You start throwing rocks at them.
Told them I was going to call the police.
Called the police.
Well, I picked up the Dynamite Never Dies.
Dynamite never dies.
Yeah, and I picked up the the Leslie Lee covers. I got like the regular cover.
Leslie Lee?
Yep.
I don't know. Another new name I didn't know.
Well, it's like Leslie Lyrics Lee. And then I got the ultraviolet color.
Actually, I might know that artist after all. Is it just lyrics? Like
Leirx.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
Li.
Yeah, I have the cover that he or she did for Muffy the Pimp Slayer.
Yeah.
It's with my Frankie comic order that's been sitting there for.
I was gonna say. I was just about to ask you. Is it in a lost palette? And then I picked up the Sudan cover, Virgin cover.
That's some wild, rotten boobs.
Yeah, no, right?
Look at the skin, the way he made it look. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy.
Can't wait till I'm dead.
Right? I mean, I guess it brings a whole new level of I'll die for you.
And then I picked up The Last Book You'll Ever Read, number 5. And of course I had to pick it up because I had the black bag and it was like, you're not allowed to see this cover. And I was like, oh, I'm going to see this cover. Don't worry.
See the cover.
I won't get you kicked off because I covered it up.
Well, that's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's
it almost looks like you looks like you put her in to get a Brazilian.
I know, right? I was like, should I show this? I was like, I'll blue tape it. Then I got Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 4. This is the Perillo cover.
Oh, nice. Man, that dude still does amazing covers.
I know, right? And of course, I had to get the Rose Besh.
Oh, that one's nice.
And then I got another Lyrics Lee cover of Sheena, which I think is pretty cool. And yep, on a Rose Besh kick, I got the Amazons number 1.
Pretty.
And then Draculina number 2 of Rose Besh. And then I got the Rashida Lynn Virgin cover.
Who?
Rashida Lynn.
Huh. That looks pretty cool too.
And
dang, sorry.
I'm wanting to say this is a Jimmy Broxton cover, but I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong, but I really love this Virgin cover.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then
it looks kind of like the one you showed, like similar art style to the one you mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it might be. And then obviously this artist needs no introduction.
I don't know who that is.
It's the Punisher.
Oh, I know who that is.
No, I'm just messing with. I know what you're talking about. And the last book I got is, speaking of the Wolverines, which I think they just should have a book called Wolverines, and it be about Wolverine, Dakin, X-23, and Honey Badger.
The whole family?
Yeah, they're a team by themselves. But I picked up the Women of Marvel number 1, and I picked up the variant of X-23 and Honey Badger.
Oh, that's cute. Who did that?
This is Ashley Witter.
Okay, yep, I totally can see it. Yeah, I know Ashley's work.
And her
she did a lot of stuff for Star Wars too.
Yep, so that's all the books that I got.
So Ashley Witter and her husband or boyfriend, whatever he was, they're the ones who created Squarriors.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they actually turned it into a board game. It was on Kickstarter for years ago.
They turned Squarriors into a board game. Man, that's fucking nuts. I'll never forget this. The first
Squirrely.
time I've ever seen that was God damn it, I have to do it now. The Bad Avenger. I was watching one of his videos, and he was talking like he was at a dollar bin, and he pulled like some scorers, and I was like, holy shit! Like that
All my
artwork is
dreams.
fucking phenomenal.
All my dreams in one little group.
Yeah, like fuck Chip and Dale. Like
Absolutely. Rescue Ranger this shit.
that's how you know when you grow up. Like you go from Chip and like watching like the Rescue Rangers, and then
To squirrels, like
yeah,
badass killing squirrels.
you start watching Quentin Tarantino films.
Yeah, I would love to see a Quentin Tarantino Squirrel film.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
Oh, he needs to be writing that.
Because you know Samuel L. Jackson's gonna voice somebody, and he's gonna be like,
Oh yeah.
"What's all these motherfucking squirrels doing in my motherfucking tree?"
That's funny. Can you hear me? Oh, that's all you had? That stack looked way bigger.
That's what she said. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah. And then I pulled the sock out of my pants. And yeah, it did look bigger, didn't
Yeah, that's right. I tricked you.
it? Joke's on you, lady.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
You get push-up bras. I get sock up cock. I don't know what to call it. Sock monkey.
Sock monkey.
I don't know if I showed this or not, but you can tell me. But I do have this House of Slaughter. This is a variant by
Oh damn.
Terino or Terina. I can't remember the name. Sorry about the glare. There we go. Maybe no glare, no glare, no glare. That's too damn glary. But hey, you can see my
That
art.
looks good.
Anyways, Mauriciano Torino or something like that. Does a lot of awesome covers. Doesn't get any like I don't know how he doesn't get as much love as some of the other artists out there. He did that really cool cover recently for Edge of the Spider-Verse facsimile. The facsimile cover. I don't know if I have one around here. I don't know. But I got a couple more books we can talk about. I found this at the same place that I found this. Actually, I believe I got these from Bird City Comics. If you guys are into Bird City Comics, so check them out if you haven't already. They do a lot of exclusives. I know they do a lot of stuff with Tales from the Flip Side, but anyways, they have a lot of different exclusive stuff they're doing. And I saw this on there, and I haven't read Department of Truth, but you can't pass up a new bubblegum cover.
And it's a virgin too.
It is a virgin. That's just a pretty cool cover of the lady in red. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read the series yet. I do have a trade paperback back there of issue 1 or volume 1, I should say, not issue 1. Silly me. Silly me.
Silly you.
So this other book I'm going to show, I'm going to guess that not a lot of people know about this book. It is sold out. I do not know how many printings there are of it as far as actual print run goes, but I do see people have it listed now on eBay for over $100. And now none of them have sold, just being truthful. But this was a secret, if you will, secret cover, I think is what he called it. You had to pre-order it not knowing anything about it. Like, you have to trust the artist, and the artist is Ji Hung Lee.
Oh shit.
And he released it on his website. It is written and drawn by him. It's his own personal project that he did. And I will say it is nothing what I would have been expecting from him based on everything I've known about his artwork. But this is what it is. It is a
Can you
horror
tilt
comic.
it back toward that? Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's creepy as hell. It's called Guma. Um, anyways, issue one. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how many were printed. I know it's sold out. Um, there was no other covers. This was it. This is just he released it. I went ahead and pre-ordered it. Figured I like all of his other stuff for the most part. What's it going to hurt to at least check it out? But I was blown away today when I was going through eBay and I was like, "Holy crap! People are asking for this for a lot of money." I was like, "I
So
bet
you,
you."
so you pre-ordered something else, and
No, I pre-ordered this.
okay,
There was no title, no art, nothing. He just said it's his own personal project. $20, one cover. Like, eh. So I did,
that's pretty
and
cool. I like that.
it's pretty freaking crazy. Like it's, I
Yeah,
want to read
that's
it.
definitely something you want to hold on to for a while.
Yeah, I'll probably CGC it or something, just to get it slabbed. Since I really don't know. I honestly, when I saw the prices on eBay, I was like, "You idiots! I bet it's still available on his website." No, it's
Nope.
not. I went to look to see, because if it's readily, if he, who knows how many he printed because it's his own personal project. It's not a Marvel project. It's not DC or anybody. It's just his own project. So kind of like doing a Kickstarter without doing a Kickstarter. Of course, he's probably got his enough money from working for Marvel all these years doing the video game and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, I just hope, and I'm pretty sure he will. That's probably all he's gonna do. Like he's not gonna. At least he's not gonna reprint that cover. Hopefully.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine. So I don't know how many issues there's going to be, but um, it's definitely something worth having, I guess. If you're a fan of him, and who knows, but that seriously got some horror vibes going on with it, and I was like, "What the heck, dude? This is not what I was expecting from him with all his bright, colorful, pieces that he does for
Yeah.
silk and everything else." But hey, it I don't know. I want to read it, but at the same time, I don't want to have nightmares. So, well, anyways, you got anything else you want to talk about, show off, or just mention? Or
Oh, yeah. I also, and then apparently, I'm kind of surprised about this. Uh, but they're like, this book has been out apparently since like January, and like I saw it, and I was like, I can't believe that this book hasn't just been ate up. But it's Star Wars Adventures #1, and it's like going back to Rose Besh because I'm obsessed. But she did like a cover that looks badass. Like I don't have any pictures or anything of it, but I ordered it, and like they also like I was like there ain't no way that like this is still available. But I got like the virgin copy and the regular copy because you can buy them in the combo set.
yeah,
And I'll be damned if they still had some left. I want to
really,
say, is it Golden Gate Comics? Here, I'll just look.
Golden Apple.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why did I say Golden?
Well, Golden Apple's like friends with Frankie's.
Yeah, but like, luckily I haven't had any. Like, I've had one problem with Frankie's, but it was because like they didn't send me one of the books, but they just, I mean, they sent it to me, so it wasn't like
Right.
that big of a deal or whatever. Yeah, it's Golden Apple Comics. I don't know how this is gonna. Hopefully, it'll
Gold
show up.
balls deep.
I don't know. My phone's being a shithead.
Stupid Stupid phone.
Yeah, but it's of Rey with her lightsaber.
Oh, you
But you
say.
know, actually, this came. Damn, Jesus Christ, this came out in 2020,
Oh wow, and they still had copies available. Was it like an
and
exclusive?
this was released in 2021. So it was this last December. But yeah, I
Yeah,
was just
Hazel
with
Dan asked if it was Ray.
but with the yeah, it's Rey. Uh, but it's the whole explosion with Star Wars and stuff, and especially with that Star Wars Adventures #1. I was surprised that, like, when I saw that cover, I was like, I thought I was too late to get it, but
Well, hey, sometimes you're
I should be
lucky.
getting that pretty soon.
That'd be cool. Well, hopefully, I get my Frankie's comics before we do another show.
Be another 3 weeks.
It's ridiculous.
Hopefully, within the next week, I'll have my Kickstarter in. Because there's definitely some shit I want to show you guys from that because it's really cool.
Which Kickstarter was it, if you don't mind me
It
asking?
was the Succubus. And what really got me was there's a artist that I follow on Instagram and Twitter.
Is it Shikari?
Well, that is one that I do follow.
I love Shikari's work. I just supported a Kickstarter just to get a couple more covers of he or she's work. I don't know if Shikari is a guy or a girl, but I love the artwork regardless.
Hold on, see if I can't find it. Come
Ain't
on.
got time for this.
But there's a person on Twitter that's called like Robots, like cute
Oh,
sexy robots.
cute, sexy robots. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that person did the cover for Murder Die Senpai. So I have one of
yeah.
those
So
covers coming in as well.
hopefully you can see that pretty well.
Oh yeah. That's nice. What's up, Tad? How you doing, brother?
Tat Comics, what's up, man? Glad you made it. And of course, Dan Mendoza did a cover for it too.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Well, you don't. I know it's a little bit blurry, but you can see the big tits.
Yeah, that's all you need to see.
Yep.
Tat,
But I
you can
definitely had to pick that up because their artwork is pretty badass.
tell Tat to type in last.
Yeah, like every time I see Tat stuff, like it just reminds me of like he was like one of our first guests, if
Yep.
not our first guest.
Yeah, for sure. He was gosh, the good old days when we were having different people pop on with us and
I,
chatting it up.
and that's another way that I'm getting old. Like I'm starting to get the little gray sprouts on the sides and
Oh my
talking
gosh.
about the good old days of YouTube.
Yep. So when I was getting my driver's license picture, she was doing all the paperwork, and she said, "What's your hair color, sir?" Well, it used to be brown. And she's like, "Do you want me to put that on there?" I'm like, "Well, do they have a grayish brown as an
Oh, now
option?"
you're gonna say she put used to be brown on there.
That'd be awesome. But I convinced her to put, brown, since I still got some brown.
I would have put all sorts.
Speckled.
Speckled.
Oh man, yeah, definitely getting old. I noticed in my driver's license picture, my beard is so gray that all you see is brown spots. all this blends in with the camera. It looks like I have a Fu Manchu going on. I'm like, oh man, I should get some hair dye or something. But at the same time, I Don't want to.
No,
I'm older and distinguished.
I'm not gonna do it.
Still playing with kids' toys and reading comic books, so I'll let my gray
Kids'
light
toys.
shine. And apparently anime, But anyways, well, I hope everyone's doing well out there in the world of YouTube. All 5 of you.
All five.
And make sure you follow Pope. Click on him and say, "What's up, Pope? Grammy."
What's up?
You can follow us on Instagram if you're not already. I'm sure that most of you are because you're here because you like hanging out with us.
Yeah. Enjoying the chat.
Yeah. What are you going to get from your LCS there, Mr. Tat?
He's probably gonna get Electra. If that does come out, I don't even know what's coming out next week or past week or whatever. Like I said, I've been busy. I'm finally gonna get to relax and catch up on some stuff.
That'd be good for you. Well deserved, Well deserved.
But I'm falling back into a trap. Like I got on eBay and I started looking at shit.
Oh my gosh.
And
eBay and whatnot. They're my worst. They're my Achilles heel.
I started looking at all these fucking shark comic covers and like I think one of my rules is, especially with sharks, I was like, I won't buy an Aquaman book unless the shark is really cool, because like every other issue is gonna have a fucking great shark on it.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but there is a Heroes for Hire cover, number 5 variant. It is absolutely the Pope grimiest cover, but I've only found 2 copies, and both of them were in like Italy. And I'm like, I didn't want to pay the $30 shipping. No offense, but I just didn't want to. But I've been looking at it forever, and none of them ever pop up over here. And it's a maybe it's actually Thor number 5. I apologize, not Heroes for Hire. It's Thor number 5 variant, and it's called the Jaws variant or the something. It's absolutely badass.
That's weird because I wouldn't expect Thor to have like a Jaws.
That's why it was such an obscure thing. Like it didn't match up, and I was like, why the hell would there be a shark cover of this comic, and why does it have to be so damn hard to get?
Yeah, but so I have a big ass list of different books. Like great, like it doesn't have to be a great white, but that's just my favorite. But of all these sharks on them, and like, man, it was funny because I started like seeing all these older books of like Criminals on the Run number 5. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I saw how much it cost, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't think I'm going to shell out $2,000 for that book. But I mean, that was like an old timey book.
Right. I can't even. Now I'm like on a hunt because I want to see the cover to make sure I'm telling you the right information. But it's so freaking hard to find.
And then I was like Serpentor is my favorite, like G.I. Joe character, and
Sure.
and so I was like, well, I'll just look up covers of Serpentor, and then I found out that there's a special variant for like there was like a one shot of Serpentor, which I thought the title was funny because it was like Serpentor, and it says like it's called like Serpentor like recoils or like shed skin or something like that, and I was just like, you're making it sound like Serpentor turned into a stripper. So, hey, Cobra Commander, look what I can do. Are you shooting laser bullets?
That's funny.
Come on, Cobra Commander, take your mask off.
How many of those King Shark covers do you have from DC?
Of the king shark, I have none
What?
actually. In fact, the only one I thought about picking. See, that's my thing. Is like I don't want like I think I don't have any much feelings about King Shark as a character, but I just want like shark covers
That's fair.
and like. But I do like that one where it looks like he's posing, I guess, with his girlfriend or something, and it looks like one of those like old mills, like family photos, because he's like wearing a sweater and it's got like the fake space background behind him.
That's crazy. I have one King Shark cover. I probably should just send it to you just to for shits and giggles. You know, there isn't even. Ah, I found it. I was right. It's Heroes for Hire, number 5. It's a Greg Horn movie poster. Have you not ever seen this cover?
No.
It's Thor versus a shark.
That's just a weird. Thor's like, fuck you.
The last one that sold on eBay sold for $50 in January.
Wow. My thing with that is just like, is the whole comic book him fighting this shark?
Oh, I'm sure it's not. It's just a cover. You know, you're just buying the cover.
Oh, okay. Thank God, because I was like, please tell me that's not the. Look at this.
No, I'm sure Greg Horn was either on some pain meds or something when he drew that. He was just like, hey Greg, we need you to do a cover for Heroes for Hire, and he's like,
He's like, I'm
Thor,
tired of. He's like, I'm tired of drawing chicks.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw Thor on the cover versus the shark, great white shark. And they're like, yeah, let's do it, Greg.
Yeah, sounds great.
Marvel signed off on it, you know. But anyways, it's a really tough book to find. I've looked for it for well over a year. Any chance I get trying to find it for you. And like I said, prior to that listing, everything else was in Italy, so it would have been like $35 for the book and then $35 for shipping. And I'm like, I ain't paying those $70 for a shark book.
Damn kids.
Yeah, Pope and his damn sharks. But
Damn me and my sharks.
anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here soon. I appreciate you hanging out with me.
That's all my pleasure, man.
Tomorrow's Friday.
It
You
is.
know, you know what that means.
You gotta work one more day.
Oh, Fridays are my half days, both usually,
That's nice.
depending on how the rest of my week went. But I'll probably be off a little bit early tomorrow. But you know, just the usual, playing with the cards. So I hope everyone has a safe night, a happy weekend, do all that. Um, there's a Conan cover with a big great white shark.
He saw the him said, not unless it has 3 boobs.
That's true. That is more his style.
Yeah, I still have to get that. Like, I gotta get some shit CGC'd, man.
You need to get it graded. I mean, you send it in now, you won't get it back till next Christmas, like
That's it. That'll be
2023.
like a Christmas present to me.
I just sent out 2 books fast track, so we'll see how that goes. I got some cards going to PSA.
How's the card? How do they have a quick turnaround?
It depends on who you go through. Okay, I use CGC for my gaming cards usually, but it's just as bad as the comics. But they're more expensive to get a card graded than it is to get a comic graded. As weird as that may sound. But
It
there's
is
a
weird.
couple.
You don't have to go flip through every fucking page. You just.
Yeah. Oh, looks good.
Oh, looks good to me.
But I'll be sending some stuff out to them. PSA just opened back up their economy level, but it's like by like like a lotto system. Like today, I was able to get in, and I'm sending two cards to get graded. The one magic card and one anime card. I'm sending that one off. But their lower level is $50 a card. That's not
Jesus.
cheap. Yeah, that's twice the price of CGC. Um,
Wah!
yeah, but they also command a higher premium when you're selling it, so it kind of whatever.
Balances out.
Yeah, but then you also have another company called SGC that grades cards. They're pretty quick. I think they're $30 a card, and you get them back in 10 days.
Oh, nice.
But they're probably like second tier as far as getting your value out of the um, if you're selling the cards. They're really known for their vintage stuff, so I'm going to be sending them. I don't think I've ever shown this on here, but if you appreciate cards or vintage, you might appreciate this 1939 Churchman soccer card.
Pull up your jocks, boy.
I mean, look how good that condition is for 1939.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, that almost looks like a replica.
Yeah, it is not. I bought a bunch from England, a whole lot.
That's
Um,
nuts.
anyways, 1939 Churchman's. I think I ended up getting like 85 cards from the set, just random. Some of them are really beat to hell. Um, but then this just happened to be the best player from the whole set, and I got two copies of his cards. One's the one I showed you, then the other one's not as nice. But I want to send them both off to CGC because they do vintage very well. And we'll see how it goes. Like, it's got some browning on the back of one of them, but the other one's, whew,
So,
I don't know.
like, that other company you said they do a lotto?
PSA is doing because they're so backlogged right now. PSA is the number one card grading company. They're
Okay.
like the CGC for comics, but they're the CGC for cards. They have a 6 million card backlog right now,
Holy shit.
and they've been working it down from 10 million. Like they've been whittling away. They shut their doors down during COVID because they were so backlogged when the card business exploded. Just chaos. They had so many packages, so many cards getting graded. People were grading everything, just like CGC. If you took out all the dumb shit that people send in, and I'm not saying that there's any way to. It's your books. Get them slabbed if you want them slabbed. I have no problem. I send in dumb shit too. Like I'm willing to pay 15
Well,
back
I'm about
back
to
in.
send in a three-titted shark.
Right. But it's your collection, right? So do whatever you want. But just an example, I bought a baseball card collection last year, and inside the collection was a card that someone sent in, and it was a 1.5 of a common 1980 something baseball card. I'm like, why would you pay the money to send that in? It's nothing. Like it had no. So my only thought was maybe that card meant something to that person,
Yeah,
and
like
so I have it.
that card cost a nickel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it had no value, no monetary value whatsoever. Um, I think I ended up selling it for $1. So, I made money. But anyways, back then it cost like $8 a card to get graded. And then now it's $50 if you get in the lotto, but their regular service is $150. So you're not sending in they were trying to weed out people sending in their, Marion Hosa card that isn't worth anything, it's
That's
worth
Marion
$1,
Hossa.
But anyways, so they shut down trying to get caught up and just only take people sending in the expensive stuff, obviously, because it's a priority and they can focus on that. And then now they're starting to get caught up and they got everything going. So they opened up this economy, but again, they only do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you have to get in line online, and hopefully you get into the lotto. And I did today, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead, and they gave me up to 20 cards that I could submit. So I'm like, I just want to send in 2. I don't really care. But anyways, and I'm gonna send some more cards to CGC that I want to get graded, just because they're cheaper to get graded. They're really tough on grading stuff. I know in the community with comics, everyone talks about, especially lately, you see more and more posts where people are like, my book came back a 9.8, but it was really a 9.6. Like, are you complaining that you got a better grade? Because if it would have came back a 9.6, you'd be like, my book was definitely a 9.8. Like, it's just people need something to gripe about all the time. But I will tell you, and if you guys follow Drashir's comics and things, he uses CGC grading, and it is very hard to get a 10. As a matter of fact, this past Hazel Dan can attest to this. I sent in 128 cards to CGC, Pokemon cards, and of those 128, I got 4 10s. That's it. So
was it all about the centering, or the corner wasn't perfect?
It's all, usually it's the surface. They'll say something's wrong with the surface, like especially these hollow foil cards. They're all shiny and hollow foil, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with the surface? Well, the surface was a 9. Everything else was a 10, so you get a 9.5.
What did you drag across the surface to judge this? They're like, step back, boys. I got this one. I'm going to rub my balls over this, rookie Michael Jordan card. Sorry, right. The surface was weird. What do you mean it was weird? It just didn't feel right on my junk. just didn't fit right.
A little grainy. Not a big fan of the gravel. Yeah, I really don't. I know grading is subjective. First of all, in cards they're doing a lot more AI grading, whereas comic books it's going to be really hard to do AI grading. So you're basically relying on someone who's not having a bad day. Because they're human. These people are human. Any kind of thing. If you send in, you always hear people say if you send in 10 copies of one book, they're going to grade them all the same, which I don't think is true because I've sent in multiples and they didn't all get the same
that's not true.
But you hear people just always got something to say about grading, but it is subjective and it is a human doing it. We all have bad days. Can you look yourself in the mirror and say you give your best every day at work? We're all human. We're going to have days where we're not 100% us, and on those days you're getting 9 6s. I'm sorry.
Sometimes they get like 0.2s.
Yeah. Well, if you saw Doom's video, I don't know if you watched Doom or not, but
I was about to watch his video.
Well, one of his books, you can clearly see the disappointment in his face, because just like me and probably you, and I know Hazel Dan, for sure, I am pretty good at grading books. I'm pretty good at judging, by what's going to get what. I have if I have questions, I'll usually send pictures to them and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Etc. But are you following me? But anyways, it's just funny. When you've sent in and graded enough books yourself, and when you get a grade that's way off, it's like someone had a bad day. It's the only thing that makes sense. Unless it's missing a page or something, I don't understand how you can, especially modern books. They should all be a 9.6, 9.8 realistically.
Yeah.
Unless something.
Bob says he always puts a $10 bill in the center.
Thanks, Bub. That's a good idea. Perfectly good tip.
Shit, on some books I'll put a 50 in there if they get me a 10.
It's funny though, because this is how you know if it comes back a 9.6, they never opened the book.
There you go. Yeah, but you'd have to crack it open to check.
Right. But you would just know that 50's in there still. I got money. That's my new savings account.
A 9.6? No.
Pretty sure.
When you sell it on eBay, you have to add the $10 because it's still inside there.
Ah, that's awesome. Well, it makes sense, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be a grader personally. I think I would just get old. I mean, I'm sure it's cool to see some of the fun stuff that comes through, but after a while, it's like, is that a crease? Is that a bend?
Yeah, but then you'll get that batch of the same book. So you have to look at like 15 copies.
It's like, why? Why, JP? Who needs to see 37 copies of Heathen #1 from the heavy metal variant? But hey, they all came back in 9.8.
That's right. That's right. They did.
All right. Well, I
And I
suppose
got $10 is sitting inside there.
I got $100. $100 invested in that grading. Well, I hope you guys do well. Have a great weekend, and don't party too hard. Enjoy your collection. Enjoy others' collections. Live vicariously through your neighbor. That's what I do.
Man, he's having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for him.
Lucky. I catch myself slapping the air. Yeah, take it. Loose change for the strip club. That's how we roll.
So many things that could be said.
All right. Well, you guys take care. We'll see you in a couple weeks, I'm sure.
Yep. Maybe.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out.
I think so.
Thanks for doing the show with me.
Thanks for doing the show with me.
You're welcome. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.